Well, hey, YouTube. It's Wednesday, August 2nd. You know what that means? Yeah, it's my wife's birthday. But how'd you know that? No, it's for you guys, it's patch day. Woohoo! Which means time where you can't even log on. You're like, "Oh, I need my Marvel Strike Force fix. Don't worry, your guy, Ambassador Al, here in the embassy. Like and subscribe. It, we got you. I'm the ambassador of positivity, winning, and sometimes winning is simply having something to talk about before the game comes back. So let's talk about the game. Here's the release notes, patch notes, things coming up. Things that have mostly been announced, but some details are nice to see what's actually being confirmed. By the way, look at the picture. Hey, who's that in the background? Mockingbird. If that mockingbird don't sing, yeah, yeah. That's right, it's Dumb and Dumber. Oh, great, good times. We got Mockingbird and Ronan, and but they weren't in the, we weren't discussed. But when it's coming. They'll be discussed later on. They're new Avengers, not West Coast Avengers or Avengers. They're new Avengers. So, hey, good times. We'll see how this rolls out. Remember, these four are secret defenders, not defenders. They're secret defenders, along with OG Doctor Strange getting a rework to be on their five-person arena team. Although he'll probably get subbed out. Let's be honest. Let's get to the notes. First, hey, spread bad luck with Black Cat and Secret Defenders. Yeah. Remember, the Nova trial is coming up soon. Actually, like tomorrow. Good times. Good times. And then after that, we'll get the first run of the Black Cat trial, which should be fun. And you'll need a big Nova and Nowhere team. So it's nice of them to give us the Nowhere team, the Nova stuff, before we need them directly for Black Cat. Thank you, Scopely. Okay. New characters, new updates. Hey, Black Cat, Photon, Ghost Rider, Ms. Marvel, Ronan. That's six characters in this patch. So they're slowing down to like, we only want to do three a month. Is this patch going to last 2 months? Usually the patches last like 6 weeks. So we're going to wait and see how. Now it's legendary, so it's only five sellable characters to us. And one's a campaign event, so that's not too bad. We'll see. They're sort of slowing down the cadence. This is accelerating the cadence. It's interesting. Secret Defenders climb the arena ranks again. It's an arena-focused team. Could be good in other places like War. Some of the characters could be great for Dark Dimension 6, especially the city characters. All the Photons Cosmic, which might be helpful. Cosmic Bio, which is kind of a niche category. But the unique molecular cloth, I believe, is going to be a problem. It's the same bottleneck with Sylvie, who's Mystic but Cosmic. Same one with 299. City Bio, same one for Shang-Chi, City Skill. So it could still be an issue. We'll just see how that goes. So let's see. Climb the arena lengths, pill for spot, blah, blah, blah. They're all coming. That's right. Reworked OG. Do not overbuild Doctor Strange. We're pretty sure he's not going to be all that exciting for arena, but he might be good for mid-game players. If you're an end-game player who have better stuff like Apocalypse to mix in, or other Horsemen to mix in, or Kang to mix in, you're probably going to be mixing those in and dropping Doctor Strange, who's kind of the Scarlet Witch of the team. Again, Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch, hugely important and powerful characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Marvel Comic Universe. In our game, not so much. Disappointing, but it is what it is. But again, do not overbuild these guys. Much like we're also saying, don't overbuild Sinister Six for the trials. It's going to be the Nowhere team. Just like don't overbuild X Factor. It's going to be the Masters of Evil, mostly Kang that carries you. So don't overbuild the backup teams unless you get stuck in the trials. But don't overbuild prior to the event and go, oh, I've wasted my resources. The ambassador's here to help you with that. Pump the brakes. When in doubt, hoard. And don't actually apply the gear and the gold and the things until you need them on the characters to do the mission you're trying to do. That's the thing. Until you fail, you don't need to add more stuff. You don't get any extra points for getting the character unlocked to 8 stars, 9 stars. A Monster Kang carry a mid-level X Factor? Yes. I don't know how far it'll carry you, but I bet you can do pretty well with a Giant Kang, mediocre Master of Evil, mediocre X Factor. If you've got Quicksilver unlocked, even like a 4-star Quicksilver and a Monster Kang, you're probably going to be fine in that Nova trial. You may not finish top 500, but I bet you'll finish top 1,000. I bet you'll be fine. Depends, how big they are. And if you need help on the trials, come to me, twitch.tv/ambassador We will help you. We'll do the nodes. We'll give you ideas. We'll tips and tricks. We will get you through it, okay? Come to me. All right, let's go. What else? New Avengers, like new Warriors. Warriors, come out and play. No, new Avengers. Repel enemy attacks. It's war defense, so it's kind of like Infestation. We get new characters, Ronin and Mockingbird, like Spider-Man Big Time. New character mixed with reworks. This case is 2 and 2. The Thing and Agent Coulson, who were never that great. Agent Coulson was pretty good for a little while, like a month or two. But The Thing and Fantastic Four never worked out. So, hey, I don't know how these four have synergy, but they apparently do. That's 4. Who's the 5th? Could an elusive 5th? Obviously, there will be an elusive 5th member. Who's that going to be? I don't know. But keep in mind that, Ronin and Mockingbird, if they're joining in this patch, it looks like they may be very late in this patch, which means the elusive 5th may be in the next patch. And it could be waiting in the shadows. Well, who is it then? I must have missed it. I'm not watching any other people rumors and speculation, so if anybody has guessed who it is and it makes perfect sense, let me know. But I haven't seen it. And besides, it probably won't matter for at least a month, maybe 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. It could even be like, hey, this is in October. It could be a rework for like Moon Knight, or it could be, hey, are we finally going to get Blade? Would Blade be a new Avenger though? Would Nightcrawler's an X-Men, would not be a new Avenger. I don't know, a shadowy new Avenger that fits with Ronin and Mockingbird. I'm hoping it's like that it's Wonder Man, but that would be a good. That's West Coast Avengers to me, but whatever. We'll see. Let's see. Ability and stat improvements. All right, so we'll have plenty of time to guess and speculate. Again, these probably will be late in the patch, and it's war defense. So many of you are like, war defense. Why are you talking so much? Because it might matter to some of you more than others. But for those who do care, you'll be fine. Those who don't care, don't care. It's war defense. This won't change your mind about it. For those of us in the middle, I have to care about it, and I like caring about war, but I'm not super involved in war. I'll be buying them to build them just enough to be good enough in war to get some more defense wins, but I'm not going to build them to 95 and to the moon because I'm working on Dark Dimension 6, and that to me takes priority. Getting Super Skrull will radically change my war and my alliance and my arena and everything else way more than getting one more war defense team. So that's what I'm working on. Whatever. Again, remember, CTC, consider the context. What's your context? Does this fit in your gameplay? Don't build things that are on your path. Your path, not my path, not their path. Your path. Okay? Okay. Ability and stat improvements. Yeah, here's some reworks to Doctor Strange to make him usable enough on the new Secret Defenders team with Black Cat and friends. And also, hey, Captain Marvel, Jessica Jones, Nika Monero, Spider-Woman, they're A-Force. It was already kind of announced before. We had some Envoy videos, but not really fully fleshed out all the details on it. But here's the fleshed out details. They're going to be even better on war offense. And when you put Photon, who's going to be Secret Defender and A-Force, that's now a five-person team. Should be a lot of fun. Should be really great. Most of the things in their kit are extra, better stats because it kind of gets power crept. But also the passives give them better like deflect, immunity, healing, some other bunch of stuff in their passives to make them survive long enough to do their cool stuff and get wins. So you can use them without no more A-Force Doom. Forget that nonsense, or A-Force Surfer. We'll probably still be using that for a while. But as these get built up and you get Photon, you probably won't be using A-Force Doom, A-Force Surfer, and maybe they're not just for, Heroes for Hire and Young Avengers. Maybe they're good enough to take out bigger war defenses. Maybe that they get this new Avengers. We don't know. We'll see. I'm sure we've probably seen some test server footage. Test server footage is cute. It's interesting. It's useful, but it's not the gospel until it's in game, and how they actually work in game will make the difference. So don't get too carried away with that. Against war offense, it's not going to change your raids, DD6, arena, anything. There'll still be second banana behind Young Avengers in the Rogue Scourge, which will, again, the next time we see Rogue Scourge, it'll be a brand new setup, right? Because it'll be different with like score targets instead of like leaderboards. There's so much stuff coming in the future, and I'm here for it. Hopefully you're here for it too. Moving on. Yep, Sylvie and Loki will have season 2 costumes. Those will be fun to get. Camus events. Yep, the Black Cat Legendary Trials thing. Excuse me, coming soon. Again, the big team there is going to be the Nowhere team. The second team is Sinister Six, which don't matter right now. If you built a few up for Infestation, that might help you, but I sincerely doubt it. They might be useful for a SAC team. They may be helpful to fill in if you don't have a full Nowhere team. You've got like Nova, and you built, I don't know, Infinity Thor, and then you want to fill them in with Black Widow and Sinister Six, Swarm, and Doc Ock, and whatever else. That might be useful, but again, wait and see. Wait and see. Don't go, just hoard. Wait to apply and use your resources until when it's ready, when it's necessary. We'll see. And Green Goblin. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Maybe that's only we use Green Goblin because of Underworld. If you don't use Underworld on War or anything else, then yeah, hang back. Okay, TV Agent. Yeah, TVS is a time variance authority. If you watch Loki season 1, so good. Season 2, that's coming. It looks so good. This is the Sylvie. Sylvie's a month-long character for August. Underworld are very underrated. I'm actually using this Undying Underworld hybrid to beat Infinity Watches in Cosmic Crucible. They punch up pretty big, but you may have to get lucky here and there. It's a wild, weird, strange team to use, but it's possible. So, they're a fun squad. I haven't built, but a lot of people have totally skipped them, so I wouldn't go back and pick them up now just for this. I might pick them up for multiple things, but they're not a top tier. They might be second tier, third tier in the meta overall. They're not bad. They're good. They're useful, but it depends on where you're at in the game. If you're in a War Alliance, you already know they're already making you build Underworld. If you're in a Diamond and top level stuff. Anyway, so much to build. I don't want to confuse it too much. Sylvie's month-long event. Great. Sylvie's good. I was trying to bring her Dark Dimension 6. Can't quite because of the crunch of Mystic gear and her unique and stuff, but blah, 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 blah. We'll see. Light Warriors. Yeah, there's going to be a hard light. There's going to be an event campaign for Miss Marvel Hard Light. That's separate from Miss Marvel. This is the mutant one, not the Inhuman one. So it's interesting. There'll be energized traits. If you see that energized, is this a new team? It's just a tag for an event campaign. It's not a new team. It's not a new team. It's just tags for an event campaign. So you can use characters with that tag in the event campaign. Don't get carried away. All right, new features, updates, and more. Battle Pass, the Mojo Pass. Right now you get points for RTA, and also Blitz can help you get points to it. This last week, it was easy to get all racket points there without playing RTA at all, just by blitzing, because we blitz our brains out. But going forward, hey, you can get points for this pass by doing battles in Arena, Alliance War, Cosmic Crucible, all the PvP methods. So there's more ways to get points, which it means they really want you to shell out $20 and buy the premium Battle Pass, because they're gonna make it easy for you to get all the rewards from that if you spend the money. So we'll look at it, see if it's worth if the bang is worth the buck. But I'm guessing it'll be easier to get them all, so it'll be easier to get them all done if you buy it. So let's take a look. At least the free version of the pass will also be worth engaging in to get all the free stuff. Raid Auto Launcher. Hey, you're Alliance leader. Your captain's like, I have to get on at 2 o'clock every day. Just launch raids. But I'm in the middle of a thing. And your whole alliance is like, where are my raids? Okay, let's be honest. There's like the kill shots is the guy in my alliance. There's like 6 of us and myself who are like, let's go. And there's like 6 people who are like, wait, raid's been on for 12 hours. I should probably join that. Anyway, but the 6 who are always waiting for raids to start and who are always harassing your captains and your leaders will be like, hey, guess what? Leaders can just set up on a schedule. Just, every day at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. or 2:30 or whatever, 4:20. It'll launch the new raid. One for the incursion or doom raid, one for the Greek raid. It'll be great. I imagine with the Greek raids, they may have to every 2 weeks if it's alpha and goes to beta to gamma. They may have to go in and set it again. We don't know yet. It's brand new. It's brand freaking new. Okay. This is pretty cool. This Jarvis thing. First off, Need help decide which team to use or how to upgrade a character? Come to us here at twitch.tv/AmbassadorAl or some of my many other content creators. We do a good job. We help you out. Ask us. It's fun and free. Or like and subscribe on YouTube. We'll put out some more guides and videos and ISO suggestions and all that kind of stuff. But if you can't find us and you're watching this, anyway, in-game, you can get in-game suggestions apparently for ISO 8 classes, T4 ability materials, and what teams use for certain missions, like certain campaign nodes. Kind of neat, there's a recommended button, so you can see, it's like, what should I put on Vol? Striker! Okay, but you'll see some suggestions. You'll get some ideas for ISOs, T4s, which ones you tap it, like 99% of players who unlock this character did the passive. 4% have T4 the basic. So if you're not sure, go with the crowd. It's not always the best advice, but in lieu of actual advice, it's probably not too bad. And if not, you view more, it'll take you to the MarvelStrikeForce.com website with more options, more details, more things to look at. So it's pretty cool. I like there's more help in game to help you, like if you're just lost. Like I don't know what to do, and your alliance mates don't know what to do, and you're looking at the global chat, they don't know what to do, or if they do, they're probably wrong, or they're trolling you. Who knows? So this is nice, good feature. War replay. Whoa! So people were using the Alliance War replay to view enemy battles against them, and they're going, well, that's a great counter, and then stealing the counter mid-war and using that counter against the clever Alliance went first. So you were kind of getting penalized for going first in war as an Alliance, and giving away your intel and your clever counters. And even if you see a clever counter, you're like, well, how'd that work? But watching the replay helps you really understand how to make it work. They said, it's bad. So replays have been dead. They're going to bring them back, but not to watch your defense. Only, not to watch the opponents attack your defense. Only to watch your offensive attacks against their defense. So you can look to see, hey, I think I cleared that ultimate when I did the sack on Gamma, but I'm not sure. Let's watch it again. Or your alliance leader can watch and go, oh, here's where that attack went wrong. You're supposed to ability block Wong, not ability block Morgan Le Fay, or you're supposed to ability block Doctor Strange Heartless. This, when you're using Underworld, they can actually see, actually you didn't. You put the ability block. What are you doing over here? You put ability block on Apocalypse, but he's got immunity. So yeah, it didn't happen. Like, okay, yeah, I'm done. That way you can't lie. You can see, which is great if you use it in the right spirit to train and get better. We'll see. Fan voting on the web. You can vote for the upcoming Blitz characters and upcoming content. Should be a little fun. Motorola G. If you played a Motorola G Play 2021, good news. It wasn't supported. Now it is supported. Over time, your older devices will no longer be supported. Whether it's an old using an iPhone 6. No. Okay. Using a Samsung Galaxy S4. Of course you're not. At some point, they become outdated enough that the game is no longer supported on that platform, that hardware. So it happens. There's an article about the details. We're not going over it here. I use an emulator on PC. Never a problem. Nice. Bug fixes. This is kind of fun. There's a much longer list of possible bugs. And if you don't believe me, ask Tana. But Tana is more excited, and I am too, that some of them are actually being addressed and noted, and not just kind of going, yeah, thanks for your feedback. We'll duly noted. There's some action taken place. We need more. But yeah, the replays on Crucible battles are apparently causing problems with incursion raid battles, which makes no sense to me, but maybe I have no idea. But it was. That's fixed now. So we're getting those back. We're getting Crucible battle replays back. That's what it tells me. Apparently, if you were trying to heal a character and didn't have power cores, and you went to go buy power cores and come back, it wasn't letting you actually do the heals. Now it will. Nice. The profanity filter. This was a problem to me on my global chat forever. Was working and then gone, and now it is working and will be back. So that's kind of cool. If you don't like seeing all that stuff, unless you want to, I think it's a toggle in your settings. Version 7.30, the new one. The pedestals that show a feature character and costume will be blank. Oopsie poopsie. But they're going to fix its visual issue. They're telling us about a bug that isn't even in the game yet. And they're going to fix it. This is way more proactive than they've ever been. It's minor, but it's nice to see the attitude of we're trying to fix bugs, even the ones that you don't even know about because they're not even in the game yet. That's kind of cool. Give them some credit. Okay. Spider Weaver, yeah, even when she was out of charges, apparently she could still affect the. You still miss because of her charges, even though she had no charges. They fixed it. We'll see. Again, I'll test it in game so you don't have to. Okay, we're all going to test it in game and see what happens, right? If she has 0 charges and you still have misses from 100% accuracy subtractions, then it's broken. We'll see. We'll see. Red Hulk, yeah. The revive once cannot be resisted. So they're going to add the text so it shows that so you don't like, I think, did that get resisted? Nah. Well, could it be? Do I need to increase focus, make sure it doesn't get resisted? No, it cannot be resisted. That the revive once functionality is going to, he pulls it off. His ultimate, they still haven't fixed this one. Yeah, if you do a raid after wave spawns, like mostly in raids, but also like I'm sure in probably Dark Dimension, I guess, and like Legendary, if he's on there and a new wave spawns in, and the wave just and the battlefield effect just goes away. It's supposed to stay on. Like I know it's in Scourges if we do some of the Scourge things where you can Red Hulk now, and you're like, boom, new wave drops in. It's like, hey, I gotta do it again. Where'd the battlefield effect go? It's being worked on, but again, they're acknowledging bugs versus before they'd be like, no, everything's perfect. Yeah. So it's another reason why, yeah, Gamma's not that great in raids anyway, but they're especially not great when the battlefield effect goes away. So if you like do a bio node 1 and you charge up Red Hulk to get his ult for wave 2, and then you start with it, bam, and then it's gone before node 2, and then wave 2 drops in on node 2, and you're like, where'd this go? Yeah, it's been a known issue for quite a while, but they finally actually acknowledged it to everybody, and they're working on it. It's better. It's better. It's better. Dorama's passive. Yeah. Even if his allies didn't have any revive once or whatever, he was still always using the whole positive effects thing. It turned out nobody really cared. It got reported. But no one really cared enough to make a big deal about it, and they haven't really fixed it. And so, you know what? We're not going to fix it. We're just going to we're going to change the text to match the fact that it's working. It's not working as intended, but now it is. We now say, now it's intended. Let's leave it be. Which my guess means they tried to fix it, couldn't fix it, didn't have the manpower or whatever, and said, you know what? Is it really changing anything? No. Which tells you it's not that exciting. So whatever. But change the text. That's still better than not acknowledging it and stealth nerfing, stealth doing stuff. They had a whole problem. They were just stealth stuff. Like, this is great. Rogue's passive awakened ability. This whole thing where like the clone ones versus the non-clone ones get different impact. It wasn't a difference. And now they are. But whatever. Who's using Sinister against Horseman? Or I guess Dark Beast, and I don't know. It'll work better, they say. We'll check it out. Titanium Special. It's unavoidable in Crucible. Now it's unavoidable everywhere, which makes Titanium more useful in War. But also Dark Dimension 6. Having unavoidables in Global is useful. There's 2 issues where there are Spider Weavers, nodes 4 and nodes 5, and those are hard sections to get through. If you can't get Apocalypse to ult at the right time, there's windows of stunners. I got through them. Watch my videos. I'm through with Global, but this would have been nice if you knew unavoidable for Titania and her ability to block and stun. You might be able to bring her Dark Dimension 6. I don't know if it's optimal, but now it's better than it was because unavoidable is a useful thing. Okay, Green Goblin, his secondary attack. I guess it had Green Goblin is neither male nor female. It's an it. Okay, like they should be their secondary attack. I don't know. No, sorry. It's secondary attack of the special. Special does 2 things. Secondary attack is now unavoidable. It wasn't working that way before. It was like primary and secondary should both be unavoidable, I believe. And the primary was, and the secondary wasn't. Anyway, they're fixing things. Shang-Chi's basic. It's going to attack twice now. Great. Cloak, Dagger, Ikri, Sorry, people got all confused on this. Hey, if they have an ally, they get additional effects. Yeah, but if the ally dies, you lose because they're not there on the field. That whole bond is kind of broken when I'm dead. But people were saying, no, but I brought him in. They're playing semantics. Like, you know what? Tell you what, we're going to update the text that the character has to be active, not knocked out, not dead, not banished to the lower realms. You get the effects. That's how I read this. Unless they're saying, well, if they're stunned, does that change it? I don't think so. We just meant that they were dead. People thought they were supposed to still get benefits from the character being brought in the first place. If I'm wrong, comment down below and tell me I'm reading this wrong. Please. I want to get better. Doc Ock, Dr. Octopus. Passive now grants 2 speed up on turn if charged. Yeah, it used to be like, yeah, you got 1 speed up and then you put him with Black Widow and you get more speed ups and it kind of could stack. It was pretty neat. That's so like 4 years ago. That turns out if you give him 2 speed up, he's actually a more useful character. Just give him the 2 speed up. Just give him the 2 speed up. Okay? Sure. Union Jack. Yeah, their charge stuff is really weird in the raids. They've got, they got 6 bullets and 8 bullets. And each charge is like a bullet for their firearm. It's kind of neat. It seems pretty cool because they're gun toters. It's nice. And if they're out of charges, they're not supposed to be allowed to actually attack if they're not charged. They get speed bar instead. But Union Jack was still still able to attack without charges, whereas Bucky was kind of stalled out for a little bit. So it's interesting. They're going to fix it. So now they're the same. Now they're both going to be unable to shoot their bullets with no charges. Little sidebar note: the only place you really use these characters is the skill section in incursion raids. One part of their kits is that they apply offense down to the enemies. One part of the skill section of the incursion raids is that you can't apply offense down to the enemies. So we have a niche character in a niche section of a niche raid, and one thing they do can't actually happen. It's a little nutty, it's a little crazy, but we discovered it. I've been talked about. I'm sure other players have. I'm not the first person to see it. We were talking about on my stream late last night, maybe 12. Late last night. It's weird. I'm sure it's been reported. If not, I'll report it myself. It's really weird. Look at the incursion sections and the little kind of like scourges, the little things that make those sections worse and better and strange. They're kind of funky. Like the characters with charges, they lose 2 charge per turn instead of just 1 charge per turn. That's supposed to probably knock out, like Kestrel from being usable in those sections, but it also means these guys lose their charges faster. It's interesting. Heimdall, increased accuracy to all Asgardians. Right now it's hero Asgardians, and now it'll be all of them. So you want to pair them up with some Lokis, you want to pair them up with some Hellas, play some cool funky war defense, or maybe even Crucible defense might be interesting. You have more tools in the toolbox where they're not going to be able. You can blind them and they still hit. That might be kind of useful. Maybe you'll use Asgardians against Tangled Web teams. I don't know. I doubt it. People tried it, but with problem was the Asgardians themselves weren't good enough. Well, the newer Asgardians might be good enough. We'll see. It depends on your matchups. Your mileage may vary. Subject to change. Let's see. Apocalypse. Yep, the first enemy will always have negative focus applied, which wasn't always occurring. Yeah, you could randomly get your 29 to go through it, and they all get defense downs when you go against like an Apocalypse Darkhold in Room 5 in Crucible. And sometimes he'll go through, he couldn't land anything, and sometimes you go through and he lands it on all of them. This negative focus thing wasn't always applying to the first attack happening. Kind of was that would make more sense. Like, man, the RNG is terrible. I better make 29 a bigger skirmisher, get more focus. Turns out it was more of RNG whether it was buggy or not buggy. This was fixed. We'll see. What else? Yeah, character updates in Captain Marvel, A-Force updates that were discussed. A little more stats, really war offense, more speed bar for A-Force and Secret Defender allies, which is going to include Photon. Well, yes, I will be buying Photon when she drops tomorrow. Should be a great character. I'm going to be in line like everyone else to get her unlocked and use her and do stuff. We'll see. I don't know if I'm super psyched because it's not going to change my arena or raids or war stuff just by herself. But I'm probably going to be looking at getting her first day and unlocking and doing some cool things. But I probably won't be building her to the moon until the team's here, so there's more functionality. We shall see. So, good question. But yeah, so it's A-Force rework. They're getting better stats. They're mostly getting resistance. For most of them, get pyro resist stats. most a lot of war offense things in their kits, and the parts that affect A-Force or affect A-Force and Secret Defender, which is kind of funny if you're going to include Photon, who's going to have an A-Force tag anyway. But it means you can bring non-Photon characters who are Secret Defenders with this team and play some theory crafting games. Maybe you bring Miss Marvel Hardlight. Maybe you bring Black Cat. Maybe you bring OG Doctor Strange. Maybe you bring Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. Could be fun. I don't know, but we'll see. So Phil, war offense for either ones. Speed bar increase on the special, which is nice. The whole team is going to go faster. Oh, sorry, get that next turn faster. Speed bar versus speed. Complicated. Ask me on the channel. I have a whole spreadsheet. I love my spreadsheets. Cool. More focus. That's going to happen. Passive. Yeah, this is Captain Marvel's passive. They're going to add this on war offense. Heal self and A-Force allies for 20% of this character's max health and apply deflect. So again, A-Force, not A-Force and Secret Defenders. Some things are both. Some things are just A-Force. Let's see. Jessica Jones. She's getting more armor. She can't get any more resistance. She's already the highest resistance in the game. I mean, she could, but new apply defense to defense up and ability energy on the ult, not just the special. Just for herself, though. But interesting. Also, her passive on turn, heal self and Secret Defender and A-Force allies for 5%. And defense ups. So I get more defense ups. So more sustainability for the team, basically. Nico, mostly resistance, some damage. But it doesn't really matter. But her special, it's gonna add disrupted. It's gonna add disrupted, which it didn't do before. So that's gonna be helpful. And also war offense again, passive, heal self, and clear 2 negative effects. So the passive on turn going to do the healing, whole team, not a ton, but some, and cleanse. Spider-Woman, again, mostly resistance. And war offense, heal self, the whole team. And they're going to get immunity. So it's pretty damn special. So that's your patch notes. So it's great. I know patch we've been on down from, it's 3 o'clock, and now it's 4:36 in the PM Eastern time. The game's still down. These patches normally take like 2 hours. So by 5 p.m. Eastern time, we could be up. Often they take 3 hours, 6. Sometimes it's been 5 hours. It's been until 8 o'clock. Patches can be any length of time. So people ask me that. If you're watching this video, which I'm going to post right now, make sure you like and subscribe. Subscribing is free. I'm still building my first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I do like to stream on YouTube and Twitch. I'm doing both now. Mostly on Twitch, but I'm branching out. Diversifying my portfolio. Having a good time. So again, join me on twitch.tv/ambassadorAl for real-time stuff. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you subscribe there, you'll get updates when I go live on YouTube as well. Should be a good time. It's free. So anyway, coming to a close for now. I'm still hanging out on patch, but that's done for the patch notes. We're going to review some other materials, but that's your update. It's going to be a fun patch. We got 6 characters. We got reworks. We got 2 trials. Nova's times the second time around. First time for Black Cat. We got some, again, reworks. Arena's going to change. Dark Dimension 6 is rolling along. I'm like in 147th place right now. So people are starting to finish it. There's been like 10 to 15 people have finished Dark Dimension 6 already. You know, we had beta build first night, 4 hours, 42 minutes, something like that. Crazy. Same length as the men's Wimbledon final. Ridiculous. But we're getting there. We'll see more characters, more people finish that event and see Super Scrolls running wild. What's that going to do? It's going to be a fun time in the game. And if you need help, I'm here for you. We're going to have guides to events, guides to new teams. We're going to have Crucible matches for fun. I'm showing Dark Dimension 6 nodes. Lots of footage, maybe more than you want. You can always fast forward. We're lots of coverage for you. So again, come join me. I'm a 51 million TCP account. Been playing since April 2018. I know a lot of stuff. And if I don't, tell me. I'll learn it. I learn quick. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, I'll leave you with this. Gamers rule! Winning beats losing, losing beats not playing, because if you're playing, you're still in the game, which means you're still winning. So I encourage you guys all to go out there, and even during patch day, play. Life is a game, play it. Life is negotiable, make it better. Have fun, be fun, spread fun, and I'll see you next time here in the embassy. Love you guys, bye.